Sounds like a Civil War documentary. I'm into it.
This is the History Channel.
Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to episode 3 of Lady Blackbird. My name is Kevin. I'm here with these 5 people. You introduce yourselves.
Yeah, in the order that we turned on our cameras.
Hello, I'm Xavier. I'm playing Kale Arkham, the mechanic of the owl. Part-time sorcerer, part-time burglar.
I'm Naomi. I'm playing the bodyguard of Lady Blackbird, ex-slave, pit fighter, and overall muscle with a heart of gold.
Hi everyone, I'm John. I'll be playing Snargle, the goblin pilot of the owl, and I bring the funnies and the heart.
Hi, I'm Jean. I'm playing Lady Blackbird of Noble Blood. Very cheerful character.
And I'm Miguel, and I'm playing Captain Cyrus Vance, who is hired by Lady Blackbird to transport her to Uriah Flint. Yeah.
Right. And I'm playing as the game master. I'm putting obstacles in these people's way and trying to see how they deal with them. So yeah, very excited. Before we start, I just want to point out that Xavier has very helpfully pointed out something that we've kind of been doing a bit weird over the past couple of sessions. Just for everyone's thinking, so that everyone's on the same page. What we've been doing previously is that if you have to make a check, what we've been doing is that you take whatever traits apply and whatever tags that are under those traits, they all add a die to your check. But after reviewing the rules a bit, we found that I think it's as intended. While the designer wanted to just pick one trait and then whatever tags apply to that. So you can't use multiple traits in a single check. So that's kind of what we're moving towards from this session onwards. It'll probably make things a bit more tense, a bit more dangerous. No one's going to be rolling 13, 15 dice at the same time, blow people away. So exciting. We'll see how that goes. Okay, let's do a quick recap of last episode to see where we are before we head off. So,
So last where we left off in the previous episode, it started with us falling off the hand of sorrow, but with a lot of quick thinking from Snargle, who was at the helm, Xavier and Kale and Captain Cyrus, who were trying to figure out the engines. Naomi and Lady Blackbird trying to get the fuel into the tank. We managed to get the ship flying. But due to damage, we had to fly our ship to the free planet of Haven, which is where we met.
We met Naomi's friend. What was her name?
Friend.
Oh yeah, friend. Not sure what their relationship is. Friend and the other friend. And then we went to a tavern
Where we dispatched some bounty hunters too quickly for Kevin's. He was not happy about that, but we dispatched 3 bounty hunters, and we found Naomi's friend beaten up in an alleyway, and that's where we ended up.
Before that, one of the slain bounty hunters was also revealed to be someone from Kale Arkham's past. And he has yet to speak on that matter, but we'll get to that when we get to that. And we realized that the bounty hunters were also likely sent by the House of Whitethorn, who is the royal family or the noble family that owned Naomi Bishop in the past.
just to clarify, I don't think you know that they're sent from the House of Whitethorn. You know, one of them had the mark of the House of Whitethorn
That's right.
tattooed on their arm. Yeah.
And that's where we are now. All right.
So really quickly, my character actually had 6 XP at the end of the previous episode. So I'm gonna use up 5 XP and get the first aid tag under it. It's under the bodyguard trait. So I've added that to my repertoire.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've also since upgraded my character. I now have the power to mimic shape Look, if I have a chance to become a pickle, I'm gonna take it.
And I'm spending
Make sure
5.
you get the chance.
You'll definitely have the chance. I'm also spending 5 points to buy a trait for Hail of Lead
Wow.
under Warrior. So hopefully that helps with fighting later on.
The creepy stare combined with the hail of lead. I can't wait.
Damn.
I am
think
also
I'll do
spending
the-
5
oh,
XP.
sorry.
Oh, sorry, Lady Blackbird.
Oh no, it's okay.
Oh, I am also spending 5 XP, and I am not unlocking a trait, but I am taking a new key.
Ooh.
As Kale Arkham discovers a new part of himself, is to reawaken something in his past, and we'll see what that is later.
Ooh, I like that. I like
Ooh.
that.
Damn.
Okay, I'm gonna do the buy-off thing and reveal my true identity to everyone so that I can fly.
Shouting in the street.
And it's
Okay.
two advances, so
So
I'm
you can
gonna
actually
choose
pick another one.
to fly,
Okay.
and I think I'll do charm soldiers.
Okay.
But you can already do that.
Oh, Snargles!
So you can fly like Voldemort? Is that what we're saying? Just
Yeah, I can like do whatever, right?
voice.
I think it's like a storm
Wow,
thing,
so you can,
more
like-
than a Voldemort thing.
Oh, it's like more like yeah.
Ooh, it's like Storm.
Oh man, the
she loves the
storm.
wind power.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it.
All right, awesome.
Alright, we're discussing
I think it
this.
was something else that y'all forgot to mention to recap as well. There was a little creature that y'all
Oh, Hedgie!
had.
Hedgie.
Edgy. Edgy is the ship's pet.
The carnivorous guinea pig with a jetpack.
Mhm.
Yes.
The cute
Which was
mascot.
offered by
currently-
our audience, if we remember
Thank you,
correctly.
audience.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, audience. And he's currently buff at the moment. He's a bit buff, charged up with electrical energy.
So
Right.
once again, that's Hedgehog, the guinea pig, with a rocket pack and a heart of gold and muscles of iron.
And an appetite for
It's a
flesh.
spin-off series coming to EIC this fall.
Oh, I would watch.
You know it's something we need.
All right.
Alrighty, let's get into it, eh?
Yeah, let's do it.
Excited.
As you recall, the 5 of you have made your way into this small, narrow alley where Cyrus Vance knows the living quarters are, and trying to search for Naomi's old friend, acquaintance, Agatha.
Agatha.
It was Pink Dot the other day. It was her girlfriend. Was it?
She hasn't explicitly
It's not
revealed anything.
something she.
I think that was
It's not
just
something
you.
Naomi will
She's
ever
not comfortable
admit.
talking about it.
And what happened is that y'all found her slumped over a crate, bruised, bloodied. She was about to say something before she collapsed, fainted. So,
Okay.
what?
Now
you
that
want
I
to do?
have first aid, haha, I'm gonna run over, forget my stoicness,
Stoicism?
that stoicism for a minute, completely forgot that, and I go and I'm on my knees and I'm like cradling her, like, Agatha. Can I try reviving her with first aid?
Can try. So,
Okay, I mean, is it a check?
yeah, so this is a check. What trait, singular trait, do you think applies here, and then what text do you think apply in this instance?
Okay, so bodyguard is the
Okay.
trait, and I guess carry, because I'm like cradling her. I can carry her if I want
Sure.
to. First aid, awareness as well. So 3.
Awareness. What are you being aware about?
I'm very aware that she is injured.
Yeah, because like Snargle's over here like, what happened to her? Because I don't have awareness.
Okay,
Is
so
she sleeping?
1 die for the trait, 3 for the text you mentioned, plus 1 for trying, that's 5. I think this would be a difficulty 3. Just sort of trying to wake her up, right? Rouse her from her unconsciousness. That's probably difficulty 3. So go ahead, roll. We'll see how it goes.
Can I throw in one more dice?
If you want to help, sure.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm keeping watch while she runs over to Agatha. I'm making sure that like the perimeter is secure. There's no one like coming after us. So that gives her even more bandwidth to be extra focused on her medical condition.
Okay.
So
Knowing that
one
what
die.
just happened.
Yes.
Thank you, Cyrus.
So. Okay, so you're just rerolling. Okay, that's fine.
Go for.
It's 4 successes, so you succeed. You describe what you're doing to kind of rouse her from her unconsciousness.
Okay, so firstly, like I check if she's breathing. Is she breathing?
Yes.
She's breathing. Okay.
Very
and
raggedly.
Then, okay. Could you describe her injuries to me?
She's bruised. She's got like a big purple bruise under one eye. It's kind of like swollen, so it's almost like shut. You can see like blood trickling down the sides of her face. You can see gashes on her exposed skin.
Okay. So I tear off a piece of cloth from my own like clothes. Maybe like I'm wearing bandages around my hands, so I just take that out, and like I kind of like clean off some of her wounds with water, and then I kind of like wrap up any blood, like any open wounds that are happening, just like wrap them up, and maybe give her some water. Try to make her drink water if she can wake up. Try to revive her.
Okay, as the cool water touches her lips, you hear her take a and her unsworn eye opens again, and she's looking up at you, at your face, looking down at her. She says, "Naomi,
Agatha, what happened?
just like old times, huh?"
Just like old times, yes. But this is not the time. This is not the time to reminisce. What happened?
Hi guys. No, feel free to reminisce. I just constantly have popcorn. Not now. Okay.
Not now, Snargle.
At this point, you hear like a bell, like an old big copper bell, kind of ringing. You can see people in uniforms rushing over. At the mouth of the alley, you can see people running in darker blue uniforms, and different from the sky blue of the dock workers. These are darker blue uniforms. They're wearing helmets. They look like the police force of Haven. They're running over past. Right now, they're running past the alley entrance where y'all came in, but they're heading towards where y'all were coming from, the launch pad.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Oh, I guess shit's going down. Is she responding?
Yes, she's fine. I can take her to her quarters or a hospital.
Okay.
Do you know where she stays? Because we can't go back to the ship. There's cops over there, and I don't think they're selling ice cream with the bell.
As in the landing pad, as in the restaurant, or like our landing pad?
Oh, the restaurant. Oh, that's confusing.
Yeah, the tavern.
The tavern. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay, then maybe we go back to the ship then, Captain.
Yes, that is correct.
You're taking her with us, though?
Ooh. Let's go into the ship first. I don't even know if the ship is in good condition to sail off yet. We still need supplies from
We need a lot of
Kale's.
supplies.
Yes, from Kale's engineer. Some food as well. So let's just go into the ship just for safety.
Well, I have an idea where we can get the spare parts or any resupplying we need, and for free. Remember the crew that came after us? The Steak deck, their ship, it must be in the dock somewhere.
Oh, he's so clever.
Now that
I
they're
agree with
all
that. I think it's a great idea.
indisposed, we can seize it for ourselves if we want.
They're not just indisposed, they're like dead. They're like super dead. Oh,
No, I prefer the term indisposed.
yeah.
Okay, in that case, I will follow with Kale to get the supplies. Snargle, can you escort these two ladies back to the ship and make sure that the ship's security system is on?
Can do, Captain.
Well,
Okay.
before she takes Agatha, is Agatha conscious or available to speak to? Or?
She seems conscious, but she doesn't seem. She seems a bit delirious.
Okay. I'm
She's
sorry.
not all
I'm sorry.
in the
to
moment
interrupt.
right now.
There's a ship log, a manifest, right? She kept one. Do you know where you can find that,
Yes.
Captain? Or in her quarters? And we'll just find it when we get there. All right, you guys can go ahead first.
She had it on her. So she might have it on her. Does she have it
It
on
wasn't
her?
taken. Yeah.
GM?
She doesn't seem to be carrying like the clipboard that she was holding when she met you.
And it's on her desk.
Well, okay.
Let's
go,
fetch it
Captain.
then.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, so we're going to
I-
the ship. You two, Captain Kale, you guys are going to go get the manifest. All right. And I put my hand in. I'm like, owl on 3. And it's like, this is the first time we've ever done this, but it just feels right. And I
This is
think
the second time we
I'm-
did it on the first episode.
oh, great. Then this is the second time we're doing
Yeah,
it.
I think you introduced the owl's cry, like battle cry or like screech or something.
Yeah.
last time.
Hoo-hoo, hoo-hoo.
Ship call.
Let's
Naomi's
do
not
hoo-hoo,
listening
but
to any of
whisper
this.
it. Whisper it because we don't want the blue people to find us.
Like a small one. Okay.
Both my guns are out, so I can only like contribute my knee as part of that. Like,
Okay.
Like I'm carrying Agatha, so I'm not like I have no clue what's happening.
Okay.
I am not.
So
a
on
part of
3.
this.
1, 2, 3.
okay, go. You have the keys, right?
Cool.
Okay, good.
So Cyrus is escorting the ladies back to the ship. Who is heading over to the stack deck?
Oh no, Cyrus and I are heading to the stack deck.
Yeah.
Snargle is escorting the ladies. More like the ladies are escorting Snargle. It's 2020.
Sure. Let's cut to Snargle and the ladies first. As y'all run over to the docks area from where you came, you see that the whole place is kind of swarming with people in blue uniforms.
Mhm.
They have their cutlasses drawn. They're roaming about, being very. It looks like they're searching the area for something.
Okay. So I go, oh, ladies, I don't know if we're going to be able to get back in the ship on time. Not unless we can get a distraction or maybe use some disguises. What do you guys think?
I could
Uh,
cast a cloud of storm or something in
Ooh.
one very specific area, so they'll only look at that. Does that work?
Yeah, but isn't it only a matter of time before they search the ship itself and find us? Ooh, what do we do?
We need a spot. Do you think we can go back to Agatha's? Is that too dangerous? Another place?
What do you think?
They may not think to look there.
Okay.
They,
Do you know how to
Okay.
get there,
May not.
Naomi?
I do.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I know. I know where it is.
Okay.
All right.
just-
Okay.
Just in case, guys, here's another alternative. And then I turn around, and I turn back, and I'm a cucumber. I'm like, guys, I can sneak past them as cucumber Snargle. Because pickles are taken. Let's face it.
Maybe you could be like Brad Pitt or something. I think
In
that
what
would work better.
sense?
Right? Yeah.
Oh, you want me to just look like Brad Pitt?
Well, I mean, you've got the power.
Oh, I mean, I can, but it's like, okay, I'll do it for like 2. I turn around, and then I'm like Fight Club Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
I turn around, I'm like 7 Brad Pitt. And I turn around, I'm like 12 Monkeys Brad Pitt, like the really ugly one with the long hair.
Do Fight Club.
Nice.
And I go back to Snargle, and I'm like, never mind, let's go to Naomi's, guys. We're wasting too much time. When I say Naomi's, I mean Agatha's. Unless you guys used to cohabitate.
No, we did not.
Okay, just check. Okay.
Okay, so I guess we turn around and head towards Agatha's.
Head back to the alley where you came, because that's the direction that Cyrus was leading you towards the residential area, the living quarters. Okay, we're gonna cut to Cyrus and Kale now. Same thing. As you approach the landing pads where all the actual landing pads where all the ships are moored and docked, you see a lot of police-looking people wandering around. Some standing to attention, some barking orders. It's generally quite chaotic.
The police force here is First Haven is its own free kind of planet. It's not tied to the Imperials at all, right?
As far as you know, they're not.
It seems like their expertise would really come in handy here, and the badges that we have don't work. Well, Captain, I think you should just follow my lead for now. I cast a bit of darkness, enough to kind of cover a human being, and
Okay.
kind of wield like almost like a shield as a cover, and then I'll try and scoot Cyrus and I using my sneaky skills along with darkness to try and get into slowly kind of proceed towards the offices where the dock workers would be.
Okay. It's a very squat, low building with those like grills, not grills, like the kind of like doors that retract up into the ceiling. You know, very big, wide
Like
open
a
doors.
portcullis kind of thing.
No, yes, but not a grate. It's like those kind of like metal doors that, garage
Oh,
doors.
Roll
shutter,
up,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
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 There is debris strewn everywhere, like crates, boxes, things that are engine parts, toolboxes, all these things kind of just strewn around the area. I'd say this will be a difficulty 3 to kind of like sneak your way into those areas and into the place where you want to go.
Let's see. So I'm gonna have burglar. So I have quiet, sneak, hide. I'm using some darkness, so I have darkness as well. I'm
Okay.
gonna use so that I make sure I can keep a lookout for any cops lying around. And I'll spend 2 of my pool dice. So that
And I'll
it will
contribute
go-
one more to point out, like, okay, this is the exit which we need to take. Don't go to the front one because that's where all the guards are. So that's 1 more extra die.
Darkness. So I have 5, 2 pool die, 1 from the captain, 1 for trait, and 1 for trying. So 10 in total.
Wow, okay. Go ahead and roll.
That's 4 successes.
Yep. So
Nice.
with your shield of darkness covering you, you manage to duck your way right under the nose of one of the policemen, actually, and you find yourself at the entrance to the garage area.
So are we in, or do we still need to get past the shuttered door?
I'd say you're in.
All right, cool.
You slip underneath one of them that's still kind of like half open.
Okay, inside there's no one inside the building proper.
Sorry, Cyrus, are you following or is it just Kale?
No, I'm
Following.
I'm following inside with him.
I see. Okay. Okay, yeah, you're both inside.
There's no one inside the building at this moment.
Right now it seems quiet.
Okay. I stand up again because we had to crouch. I look for the sign directory and I more or less figure out where her desk is.
Mhm.
And I tell Kale, come, let's go upstairs.
Right.
So
You
you
reach
head up. the
So is it
stairs.
like a kind of office situation with like a lot of desks around?
Yep.
or-
There, like the inside is a big wide open area where like repairs are done. You can see like half hollowed out chassis of ships and things. You can see parts kind of like strewn all over the area. If you're looking specifically for the manifest, there is up the stairs. There is a small walled off office area with like windows that overlook the repair area. You can sneak up there. The door is unlocked.
All right, Captain, you can get the manifest. I'll help myself to these parts, and I'll just take any parts that I see fit, hitting my key of greed. Okay.
I pat his back and like knock yourself out, and I go to the shelf, grab the manifest, flip through to make sure it's the correct one, and I pass it over to Kale so that I can hold both my guns again.
Sorry, so I think searching for the minute as you enter the office, the room is a mess. The mechanics are not known for their organized paperwork. There's papers and sheets everywhere. Like there's half a drawer kind of like overflowing of like documents just spilling out of it. And no one seems to have taken care of it. If we were trying to look at the manifest, I think you will probably need a check for that.
Sure. I will use.
I'll provide you some light as well.
Perfect. Thanks. So
Wait,
one
so
for
I thought
try.
I thought you're downstairs. You're not in
I
the
can
office
cast
area.
light on one of his pistols, so you can use it as like a pistol with flashlight.
Nice. A
Okay,
torch on my barrels. That's nice. I am going to use ex-Imperial Soldier
Okay.
because although it's a free planet, they've used some of the structure as the Imperial planets. So that's ex-Imperial Soldier. Command to figure out the hierarchy of how this mess works.
Okay.
Connections. I can make connections based on where things are.
Sure.
Maps. I can visually figure out how this office works.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's see. Try dice. So that's a test of 6 again.
6. Mm-hmm. I'd say this is a 3. The room is messy, but it's not impossible to find it. So let's see how it goes.
And I'll lend my pool dice with my light, so you can have another.
So it's
7.
7.
Yeah.
in
7.
total, right?
Got it. There we go.
3 1s.
Wow, this is such a messy office. I swear. I mean, were they even disciplined at some point? So I'm like looking around, can't figure out any rhyme or rhythm to this office. But
It's like a whole part of like a desk is just covered with like coffee stains, and the papers on it are also stained brown with like spilled coffee that someone has not managed to move.
right. But just as I sweep some documents, I see in view on the very extreme end, metal locker,
Okay.
which probably holds documents.
Okay.
And
At this point,
I
I call up to the captain and say, I just have like I'm just like stuffing my jacket full of spare parts. I say, Captain, you need any help with the paperwork?"
yes, right about time actually. Could you come up here? I need your assistance.
I'll come up.
And my glowing barrel is pointing at that like small metallic locked drawer. I believe all the documents are in there. It's locked. I believe you have some skills to unlock this thing.
I reach behind my ear and pull out some lockpicks.
Okay. So this will be a check as well.
Yes. Should be
So
safe.
Kale, what do you want to do?
So I burglar, one for trying. We're doing it quietly. Locks. Being dexterous and being perceptive to see how it works.
Okay.
And I'm doing it under darkness. So it's a total of 6.
This will be a difficulty 3. It's a standard lock. It's a bit rusted.
4 successes.
Okay. As you wanna, you can. I don't think you describe it. You just pick the lock. The thing slides open quietly. You notice that the locker, as you're picking the lock, engraved on the metal plate in front of the locker is one name, which says G. Prescott. And if you recall, Prescott was the
Yes.
Partner of Agatha.
the co-worker of Agatha.
You find anything
Ah.
interesting?
Of course, the impatient one is the only one who's tidy around here. Perfect.
Inside the drawer, there are some documents, but not the ones that you're looking for. What you find inside are a stack of wanted posters, very similar to the one that Blackjack threw to you on the table in the launch pad. They all bear Cyrus Vance's face right in the
I guess
middle.
that settles that. It was Prescott who served us out.
And lying on top of this stack of wanted posters is a flintlock pistol. It looks quite used.
Well then, this is quite a surprise. Ooh, 5 million, 6 million. I never realized I was this valuable. Well,
I'm gonna steal the pistol out of spite.
please go be my guest.
Sure, great.
And I rip a few of my own wanted posters out of like frustration. Why is the document not here? Ugh!
All right, calm down. We need to hurry. Can I take a look around as well?
I
Once you can try and get
point my
on.
pistol up so it can shine like around the office.
Yeah, burglary
Okay.
is kind of my expertise.
Okay,
So,
go ahead, Kale.
Burglar trait. We're doing it quietly, sneaking, perceptive. So that's one for trying, total of 5.
And plus 1 from Cyrus, so that's 6, right?
For the light.
Difficulty 3, same. Let's see what happens.
The hardest challenge so far is a messy room.
Yes, this is the boss level. I swear.
2 successes.
Oh my god.
2 successes.
We're farming,
Wow,
we're farming
guys.
our pool dice here. I mean, okay, it mustn't. It's not here then. That has to be it, right? The 2 of us, we can't miss it.
It's either burnt or it's disintegrated or it's eaten by some machinery.
Yeah, they
There
must
is
have
no way we
covered
can
their
find
tracks.
it.
They know what they're doing, right?
I think all the more we must get the supplies and head back to the ship.
Yeah, I've got my fair share of supplies already. Would have liked to crack into the stack deck, but maybe another time.
Okay, then let's go back to the ship.
Yep.
At this point, we're unaware that the other three are heading to Agatha's house.
Yep, I think so.
So we'll be heading back to the where the landing our parked landing pad is, berth 364.
Okay, I'm gonna cut back to the other half of the party right now. And I mean, you want to describe how you lead the two of them to Agatha's quarters?
Okay, so I'm carrying Agatha. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So I'm carrying Agatha. Like usually, if I'm carrying people, I carry them unceremoniously slunk across my shoulder or under my arm. But Agatha, I am carrying like very dramatically, I guess.
What does that mean?
She's draped across both my arms.
See in the poster,
and
like a bridal poster.
Yes, like one of those posters. Yes. And I'm striding very with purpose. Like I remember where the house is very clearly, and I'm striding with purpose towards her place of residence. And I'm guessing we need to be sneaky. There are a lot of cops around, right? Do we need to be sneaky?
The cops should be at the landing pad around the
Yeah.
We're going to the residential area.
So we're
right?
fine, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm very flustered. I'm very I want to get her to safety. So striding pretty fast. I'm hoping the other two are keeping up.
Do you think that Agatha will be able to afford like a house, like an individual like block, or do you think like it's maybe like an apartment or some other kind of housing?
It probably is like a small like housing, like they have for it's like government housing. Probably.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So she
The
probably
HDB,
stays with
so.
other people. Yeah,
Haven
it's a
Development
HDB.
Board. The Haven Development Board.
So she probably stays with other people though. Like
Well, she's got
Yeah,
roommates. It
she
really
does.
is HDB.
so yeah. It's a government housing block.
Mhm.
So we're heading over there, striding purposefully. Now and then I look back to see if Lady Blackbird is there because at the end of the day I have to protect her. I don't know where Snargle is.
Oh yeah,
At
no,
least-
no worries. I'm like jumping from rooftop to rooftop, like small rooftop, like from like little like Daredevil. Like I'm going from like fire escape to fire escape, just making sure like everything's okay. But everything's okay so far. No worries. Everyone seems to be over by the landing pad.
That's
I have
right.
a question for Lady Blackbird actually. This seems to be one of the first or one of the first few times that Naomi is like kind of like taking the lead. How does Lady Blackbird feel about that?
She is okay about it because this is the first time Naomi is showing emotions.
Okay.
So, as her, what do you call that? Like, I'm not her master.
Sponsor.
Like, as her master / friend, she feels like this is something
Very
that she should.
employed.
Thomas Jefferson
Yeah.
vibes. Thomas Jefferson vibes.
Mentor.
Am I a mentor? I don't think so.
You're an employer.
Employer?
I feel like
Employer.
I just like brought her out and we're friends, but we're not really friends.
It's like a life debt.
No, you
It's like
pay-
a Han
you
Chewie
pay me.
situation.
It's a sponsor. It's
Yeah.
a sponsorship.
A sponsor, yeah, it's a patronage.
I'm her sponsor. I'm her Patreon.
Patreon.
The only fan.
Only fan.
Only fan.
Yeah, so this is like her and Agatha's thing that they need to figure out themselves. So your Flint can wait.
Aw.
Also, there are people out to kill people on my ship, so I'm not cool with that. We gotta kill them first.
Okay.
Okay. Are we at our apartment yet? Do you think we got there yet?
Yep. You're outside the door. It's old. It's very run down. The wood looks like it's been weathered. Like it's been recycled from some other thing. It's not even like doesn't fit in the door frame exactly. That kind of place.
In my haste, I accidentally knocked down the door, trying to push it open with my knee, and the entire door just falls.
Yep. It splinters at your touch basically, and strewn all over the floor.
And I'm like, man, when Agatha comes to, I really got to talk to her about getting a new job. She's not paying well.
So yeah, I run over and I put her down on the couch in the living room.
I go check if there's anyone in the rooms.
Okay. And then I kind of like jump up on a table. I'm like, oh my gosh, guys, what do we do? How do we get word to the captain and Kale?
Sorry, before we go on a bit, like I want y'all to kind of like describe what this little apartment looks like. And it doesn't have to be only the people there, like anyone, like just contribute stuff to what this room looks like.
So
it's a very small room.
Okay.
Right? Go ahead, Jane.
I was gonna say, as I'm looking through the rooms, there's nobody inside, but all the furniture looks like it's been tossed around and messy.
Okay.
Okay, and we're in the living room, and Naomi has put Agatha on this really barren wooden table thing where they eat out from. And there are some benches around that.
Okay.
Yes, and there's the door that's kicked down, so we're completely vulnerable.
And I look down. I realize that I'm standing on top of a milk carton that's clearly been used as a stool. And I look around and I'm like, man, there's for a place that's really decrepit, some nice touches here. Like I noticed there's like some candles and like an oil diffuser. And there's like a really classic picture of like just a black and white beach.
Oh, nice.
And then beside that picture of the beach is this old picture of Naomi and Agatha. But it's like split down the middle, and then someone stuck it back together with Scotch tape.
Wow.
Yeah, so back to where I was like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna? And I noticed the photo. I'm just like, what? Later. And like, okay, what do we do? How do we get a message to the captain and Kale? How do they know where we are?
Snargle, can you go find them?
Man. Okay.
What?
I guess so. Okay.
Well, look, I think I can handle. I think I'll be fine. And Lady Black was with me.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm going with Snargle.
Oh, nice.
What?
Because he's a little guy and I can fly.
I always wanted to fly.
Yeah.
If she flies and I ride on her shoulders, I can get a real good vantage point. I've got decent enough eyes.
Yeah, and if you transform into a cucumber, you'd be like smaller, and I could totally have you on my back.
Yes, and if we run into trouble, I can turn into a parachute and like glide you down. This is a great plan.
We make such a great team.
This is such a great. I go put my for a high five and then I go, and then before she can even say anything, I just grab Lady Blackbird's hand and just start running out. And I go, enjoy your alone time with Agatha. So we run out to go find Cyrus.
Oh no.
And Kale.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm gonna keep the eye of the camera on Naomi and Agatha right now. Agatha's lying on this table. Yeah, what is Naomi doing?
I'm angry. I know Lady Blackbird well enough that you can't do anything when she gets like this. So I'm just like, I'm gonna just trust that Snargle has her back for the time being. So yeah, I put it down. I go to the there's like a little sink in the corner. It's not like a full kitchen. There's like a counter and there's a sink. Like that's pretty much all there is. And I find like a steel mug or something, and I fill it with water, and I take a piece of cloth and I'm like dabbing her forehead with like a wet cloth, and I just look over. I look over at the photo, and then go back to dabbing her forehead. She's not gonna wake up, right?
All throughout this process, no, she's awake, she's conscious, but she's delirious. She's all throughout this, as you've been carrying her to this apartment, she's been babbling quite incoherently, saying words and phrases that don't seem to make any sense. As you're dabbing her with this cold water, with her the eye that's not swollen, you see it swiveling around, but then eventually focus on you and your face again. And she has like a very faint smile, and she says, That's nice.
And like when she, like with the hair falling down her face, one single tear just like falls down Naomi's cheek and adds to it falls on like the cloth. So it's mixed with her tears as she dabs.
Sounds like we're having a refresh scene.
Oh yeah!
Pick all the dice. Just take all the dice.
All the dice back.
Yes. My dice back.
The Agatha's eye swivels around the room again. It looks like it's a bit more focused now, especially after you've used the cloth to kind of like cool her down. She seems to be like having a bit of a fever, right? Like her body is like hot and inflamed. But after you've dabbed her, she's kind of like regained a bit of her senses. She tries to push herself to her feet, but there's a pain and she kind of like collapses back down on the table again. Where am I?
I took you back to your house. Can you stand?
You remember, huh?
Like she's red in the face by this point. Yeah, I remember.
She gestures with her good uninjured hand towards the kitchen area. She says, "First aid kit. I've got some tonic there."
Oh, good. Because I was just gonna ask you whether they've invented penicillin in this timeline. So yeah, I run across. I get I'm trying to be careful to not break more things in her house at this point. So like I gently find the first aid kit and I bring it back and I open it up and I'm cleaning her wounds and giving her tonic, I guess.
There's a little green
If it's
bottle. It's a very dark green color. The glass is very dark green. You can't really see what the liquid inside it is. It's stoppered with a cork.
I clearly have no idea how to do this. I'm glad I didn't go to medical school. Am I able to give this to her? Like actually pour it into her mouth, or is it like Dettol?
She, with a good eye, she looks at you and says, "Help me open it."
Oh, okay. I just like pop it open with 2 fingers because I'm scared I'll break it. So it's like,
It comes off easily in your hands.
yeah.
And-
So I'm still clueless. I don't know. This is something I don't know yet. So I'm just like.
She's reaching out with her hand, very shakily, for the bottle. She takes it
Okay.
from you. She slowly brings it to her mouth, gulps it down. You can see it kind of like trickling down her neck.
I wipe it off immediately.
That's better. Thank you, Naomi. Where are your friends?
They went to find the others. Who did this to you, Agatha?
Bounty hunters. I didn't catch the name. It's a big guy, strong with a mustache, and a lady with a long rifle. One guy with 2 pistols at his belt, a white brimmed hat, and a goblin with them.
You don't know
Never seen them
then.
before. I think it's their first time in Haven.
We dispatched them quite quickly, so you don't have to worry about them anymore, okay?
What are you caught up in, Naomi? What's going on? Are you in danger? Are you in trouble?
I wish I knew. It was supposed to be a standard mission. I don't know what I've got myself caught up in.
Alright. You know, we're friends. Go back a long way. If you need any help, I'll see what I can do, alright?
And then from the open window, you just hear like, kiss, kiss. And then the camera moves and they see like I'm floating Lady Blackbird's like flying, and I'm like on her shoulder. And I'm like, kiss, 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 kiss. And we float back down.
No.
I don't know. Oh God, I'm tempted to throw something at him, but I also know that if I don't throw anything that's not if I throw anything that's not a feather, he'd probably die.
And it's like, you deserve to be happy.
Ignore them. They are enthusiastic.
Team Nagatha.
Agatha pushes herself upright. She's a lot. She seems to have gained a bit of her strength now that she's drunk this invigorating tonic. She flops down on one of the benches, kind of like sprawled, and she says, "Just give me a few minutes to catch my breath. All right."
Look, Agatha. We need to leave. Do you know where we could get supplies now? I don't know what's happened. There seems to be a lot of noise outside, and I need to get Lady Blackbird. I need to get her back. Keep her safe.
Lady Blackbird. So it was her. I wasn't hallucinating. Why do you have Lady Blackbird with you? Receive news from me. Sorry?
She's my sponsor.
And her eye grows wide as she hears that. It's like, wow. Lucky you, huh? Look, Lady Blackbird's been missing for 3 weeks. It's an Imperial-wide search looking for her right now. They even hired bounty hunters to try and hunt her down. You're caught up in some really dangerous shit, Naomi.
Nothing I can't handle, right? There was laughter.
She smiles faintly as well. She says, all right. You want me to help you take on the entire Imperial Navy? I'm gonna need a drink first. She kind of like gestures towards her fridge. Like a ice box. Sorry, it's not like a refrigerator. It's a box where you can put ice and it keeps things cold for a while.
Okay. I reach in and get 2 cans of beer, I guess. I don't know what it's gonna be.
Sure.
And yeah, sure. Like 2 cans of beer, and I pop one, hand it to her, pop the other. Taking out Imperial scum.
Taking out Imperial scum. She clinks the bottle with you. And we're gonna fade out from this. We're gonna cut to Lady Blackbird and Snargle, who's riding on her shoulder. They're soaring into the air. Lady Blackbird, is it the first time you're flying?
Yes.
Describe it. What's it like? What are you doing?
I am kind of going like a deity, like as if there are clouds under my feet, and then I'm going like this. Like this speed. And Snargle has literally no use for his goggles because it's like a walk in the park.
You're driving well within the speed limit.
And I ask, Snargle, do you think I'm doing okay?
You're doing a great job. Like I'm like on her back as she's horizontal. I'm on her back and I'm like doing tricks, like surfing. And I go, I know we gotta keep looking for him and stuff, but I feel like we never get a chance to chat.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so I think
town.
Yeah, it's a lovely town. But anyway, I feel like Naomi and Agatha are really hitting it off again. That's really nice.
You think?
Yeah, I don't know. I root for them.
They've got some like scars that need to be healed over time. You know, I don't want it to be too quick. You know how Naomi is.
I do know. Speaking of too quick, what's going on with you and the captain?
Me? What's going on?
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Are you trying to say something? Is he into me? Snargle!
What if he was into you? And mind you, I'm on top of her and I'm like talking down, right? So I'm like, if he was into you, how do you think that would make you feel? Like, I know you keep talking about your boyfriend and he's a pirate and he probably wears leather pants and stuff, but like, Captain, he's a pretty good guy.
You know how I feel about guys with leather pants. It's hot. But anyway, the captain, I don't know, he seems a little bit nerdy.
You're not into that at all? I feel like nerdy is just another way of saying intellectual.
Nerdy's overrated. Intellectual, overrated. I am intellectual. I don't need someone to be intellectual beside me, you know what I mean? Like, I just want my own moments to shine. You understand.
You understand that, but I think there's something you don't know. I've been with the captain for a couple missions now, and he doesn't seem to like, he cares about stuff, but he cares about you much more than I've seen him care about anything else. And I know I tease, but I don't know. There's something about you guys that just makes sense to me.
Really?
Yeah.
You think?
I think so.
But he's like helping me to go get to my lover.
And then how romantic is that? That he's willing to put him and his crew and his ship at risk to get you to your lover, even though he loves you? I don't know. And I take out my ever-present thing of popcorn. There was a couple worth rooting for.
Your popcorn's falling onto my hair, Snargle.
Sorry. Let me just.
Well, I mean, okay, there's a good point that you're making, but wouldn't it be nice to have someone just take control and say, "This is what I want, and I want you."
Okay, and then at that moment, I look down and I see Kale and Cyrus, and I go, "Look, there's Kale and Cyrus!" And I say, "Look, this is what I want. I want you to zoom down there, and we're gonna pick them up. That's what we're gonna do." Like oblivious to what you just said.
Zoom down there. Okay.
Sorry, before we continue, Cyrus, as you look down, you spot Kale and Cyrus. Sure.
Yes.
But you also notice that the people around the dock area, a lot of them are looking up at this floating human in the sky. A lot of them are pointing. You can see from your vantage point up at this altitude, a lot more of the blue uniform people are making their way towards you and towards where Cyrus and Kale are sheltered, let's say behind a pile of supplies.
Oh, and then I go, hi, we are your god.
I think you're a bit
Keep
too high up.
Oh, damn.
Snargle, all you have to do is just pretend you're wings. Turn yourself into wings.
And I turn myself into wings.
What kind of wings? What kind of wings?
Like it's like angel wings, but like kind of like leathery. So it's not quite demon wing. It's weird. Let's just put it that way.
Sure.
I'm just like,
all right. You think we're fooling them?
yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I got this. So Lady Black, just go closer till I'm within, so they can hear me. Okay.
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 I move at this speed.
I'm like, wait, I tell you what, let me hold on real quick. Lady Blackbird, just turn off your ability to fly for a second and let's just fall. Just for a hot second. This is just taking too long.
We go first.
I'm just like, this is a bad idea! This is a bad idea! Turn it back on!
We go.
Inside the apartment, I just look out for a hot second to see like both of them just plummeting past the window.
Okay, and then now that we're in the energy hut, I'm like, citizens of Haven, I am your god. FYI, goblins are better than you. And if anyone tries to escape in a ship, that's fine. And I'm like just doing it. It's not echoing. I'm just doing that with my voice.
How high do you think you are? Kind of hovering
we're like a
above the
solid
ground?
like 25 meters. Like my voice is projecting because Snargle went to acting school.
Okay.
I turn your hand into
There's a little crowd.
I turn my hand into like one of those old timey.
There's like a little crowd of people, civilians, what seems like Haven's police force, all looking up, pointing. A lot of them are pointing.
Yep.
You hear mutterings going around the crowd saying, "That's Lady Blackbird. It's Lady Blackbird."
And I'm like, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
While all this is happening, can I just
Yeah.
recheck?
What Cyrus and Kale? What are Cyrus and Kale doing?
Kale and Cyrus just reach the berth 364, and we just
Okay.
realized that the ship is being surrounded by men.
Mhm.
And just as we're wondering where's everyone else, we see them pointing up,
Yeah.
and then we both look up. For a good split second, I first see Lady Blackbird like flying in the air with her ends outstretched,
Uh-huh.
her flowing black skirt like flying. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It's like an angel. And just as I'm falling in love with that image, out comes popcorn flying from her hair. Like this voice of God coming out like, we are the god of your planet Haven. It's okay.
The
And I am
Empire
just-
sucks.
And yeah, that feeling of romance just melts away, and turns into like, what on earth are you doing?
I'm just like, oh, hey, Captain, I got this.
Don't point at me. and I quickly look around to see if like people realize that Cyrus Vance is in their presence.
And I'm like, oh, no, look back up here. Look back up here. Every 30th of July, you must make sure that all the orphans of the city receive presents of gold.
At this point, I can roughly tell that he's hovering directly above where the accommodation quarters are.
Mm.
So like I connect 2 and 2 together. Of course, they're now at Agatha's place. I tug Kale and say, we got to get out of here before they realize we're here.
Well, where are we going? We can't. And where are they going? Are they coming here?
It's a safe place. Don't worry about it. And I roughly know how to get to Agatha's place.
Yeah.
And I look down and I see the captain start running. I'm like, okay, I think they know where to go now. Lady Blackbird, well, we have to meet. They're gonna beat us there because they're walking at a quick pace. We gotta start flying.
Okay, I will try flying. I've been flying, just for your information.
We're barely
My first
floating.
time, you don't have to yell at me.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to judge. I'm just used to flying faster things. That's not a judgment on you. And then I'm used to piloting, so I grab her like her hair, like Ratatouille. I was trying to get
Okay,
a
and
turn.
then I use the wind to propel me.
Yes.
You know,
And then I'm like, ooh.
Okay.
Hedgie is with you, and he would probably outstrip you in a race. A goddamn guinea pig with a jetpack would beat you.
At
I'm
this
watching all of this from the window, and I'm just like, for fuck's sake. I did not. Yeah, I did not get bought out for this.
I'm also running towards Agatha's house and saying, for fuck's sake.
And I just
did not
listen.
escape.
I whisper into Lady Blackbird's ear. I'm like, this plan is working perfectly.
In my mind, I think, for fuck's sake.
Okay. At this point,
and also the hamster is also like thinking in hamster.
For fuck's sake.
guinea pig.
And then I have my goggles down, and the sun is just hitting me beautifully, like illuminating
It's
me.
night. Where's the sun?
Oh, the moonlight is illuminating me beautifully.
As Lady Blackbird is
God.
turning to fly back towards the direction she came from, Snargle, and I guess Lady Blackbird as well, you notice that a lot of the policemen are pulling flintlock pistols from their
Oh
belts,
no!
and they're aiming it up at you. I need Lady Blackbird to make a check to see if you can dodge and weave through the shots that they're firing up into the air.
Okay. Can I do anything to protect myself first?
What do you want to do?
I can cast a spell or something.
Yeah, what describe what you want to do.
So I'm gonna. Is it possible to create some sort of force field? So it gets like the bullets get like sucked, and they stop there.
I mean, one of your traits is spellcaster. That seems very
Yeah,
open-ended
right?
to me.
Yeah, right. Okay, so I'm gonna like create a force field so that it can't get to us. So they're
How about, like,
already
you-
shooting.
Like, how about you have the winds kind of like whirl around your body and figure so that it
Okay.
makes it very difficult to see your fall.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
So that's
Okay.
wind. You can
Yeah,
also
yeah.
use spellcaster for sure.
Okay. So Master Sorcerer, Spellcaster, Wind,
Hit him with lightning.
and Lightning, Stormblood, and Fly, right? So 6, and then 1 for trying 7.
How hard is this going to be? I mean, we're high-ish up, and they're flintlocks, which have a range of I think 7 meters. So like, how difficult is this roll?
They are very stunned. They don't know what they're seeing. They're taking pot shots at you. They're not really very convinced by the god telling them that goblins are the superior race, and that the give out presents to
Giving
orphans.
gold to orphans on July 30th, Orphans Day.
That's not what gods typically say in this world.
Oh, if only
They're
they
very
did.
confused, and they're just pulling out the pistols and firing it. I'd say this is about a 3. It's
3?
challenging,
Okay.
but not impossible.
So, how do we have so far? That's like 6, is it?
It's
7.
7? Okay.
See how it goes. Roll.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a 4. Roll the 4
Yay.
successes.
4.
You can hear cracks as the flintlocks fire from the ground. You can hear it whiz past your ear, but your shield of wind, I guess, is obscuring you enough that they're not getting any accurate shots at you.
Yep.
And
And then I'm like, yeah, go ahead.
While as Kale and Cyrus are just about to enter the civilian quarters,
Mhm.
I also look up and I see like shots being fired at Lady Blackbird. I'm like, oh no, you don't. And I stop running. I turn around and I calmly walk towards where the group is firing, and I start pulling out my guns and like, give me what you have. And I start firing back at them.
Ooh.
Wow, okay.
Dang.
And that note, I hit my key of hidden longing. Ha ha ha. And key of outcast as well. Yay!
And you're putting yourself in danger for that, so it's 2 hits.
Yeah, exactly. So
What are you
Well,
trying
I'm-
to do? Are you trying to actually hit or injure anyone, or are you just providing cover
I
fire?
am like, how dare you hit my love? And I am prepared to hit them. But just as I'm already shooting a couple of rounds, like
Mhm.
trying to target them,
Mhm.
I noticed that behind them is gunpowder solo.
Okay.
And then as he's aiming, like at the same time, I'm like, this is not the way you treat your god! As the bullets are whizzing past. and then I'm like, don't make me use my my powers on you. I don't know. And then that's happening at the same time.
Naomi's having several heart attacks in this process. Several. Because you guys are flying, right? I think she's basically hanging out of the window at this point, like holding on to one ledge, just like reaching out for you guys to be able to like get into the window.
How localized is the police force? Like, are they spread across like multiple blocks or in one block in particular?
Mm.
Would I be able to tell?
Oh, I was like, are they part of the federal government?
Yeah. I was like, they are quite spread out, but because of the appearance of this strange floating person, a lot of them have moved toward congregating at that spot. And then once they saw the person flying away, they have tried moving. The bulk of them are moving in that same direction.
Okay.
They're still
So
spread
as-
out over a pretty large area, but there is a bit of a bottleneck as they race down this alley towards the living quarters.
As Cyrus is spraying into the crowd, I'm going to get onto a rooftop and I'm gonna try my best to give Lady Blackbird some cover with darkness. So I'm gonna try and make the biggest area of darkness I've ever tried to make and try and
Okay.
cover sort of a block, like above them. So I block out the light above them
Okay?
while Cyrus is blasting them.
Yeah, Cyrus, I'm gonna come back to your check. You can go and try and hit this gunpowder keg, right? Yeah, go ahead.
Creepy
What-
stairs already there.
Okay, so wait, is creepy stare part of.
Get
Oh,
OG
yeah.
creepy
No,
stare.
it's Survivor.
Creepy stare
But
everything.
can I make it a section? Okay, fine, never mind. So I use.
You can do a creepy stare just as the ad. You just add anything to your roll. Because it doesn't, you're giving a keg of
You don't have to
gunpowder
roll with
the
creepy
stink
stare, you
eye,
can just have
Oh
a
yeah, I
creepy
can just
stare.
add it, of course. Yeah. So I use warrior,
Passive, it's a passive.
battle hardened,
Passive.
shooting, 2-gun style pistol, hail of lead because I'm already shooting first before I aim at the silo. I have help from there's Kale's shroud. Help with any of this, or do I get any dice from anyone else?
The kill shot is on Lady Blackbird, not on you.
Oh right,
so,
sorry. Okay, sure. But Snargle's still shouting, right?
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm telling you, if you keep shooting at us, I'm gonna have to use my powers.
Okay, so that's 8 dice.
Okay. Yeah, you want for trying?
So that's 9. Yes.
Okay.
Any pull
I'd
dice?
say this is difficulty 4. It's a distance away. You're trying to hit something that's small and hit it with the kind of like exact right angle for it to ignite and explode.
Okay, I add 1 more from my pool, so that's 10.
Okay.
So 10 versus 4, right?
Yeah. Go
There
ahead,
we
roll.
go.
You should read 4 successes.
Oh, thank goodness.
5.
5?
Perfect. 5.
You want to describe what happens?
So I'm psh, 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 how dare you shoot my love! And then I see the silo behind them, and this is what you get. I quickly swerve a shot at the side, and I curve a bullet around the people, and it hits.
James
It
McAvoy.
Oh!
It hits
This
the
is one of
silo.
them straight curves I've heard a lot about.
Yes, you thought that was a blunder? No, straight curves was an accurate term. Curve a bullet, and it hits the kegs of gunpowder, and they're all stacked in one line. So it curves in such a way that it hits all of that on in one.
Come
Pam, pam, pam,
on.
pam, pam.
And then
It's a fireworks of like November the 5th event just happening behind them.
right before it hits, I'm telling you guys, and I'm pointing my hands. I'm like, I'm gonna have to. And then that explosion happens, and I just go, like, look at my hands. I'm like, I think I made that happen. I did it, Lady Blackbird. You're welcome. I saved us.
So
and
next-
after once the explosion happens, I blow the guns and I turn back.
And then I continue talking. I'm like, you ever hear about The Secret? Like Oprah talked about it before. Like you just kind of put stuff into the universe, and sometimes I think that's what I did. I think I willed myself to
then
have
have they-
godlike powers.
By then, have they reached the window? It's like Name was
Yeah.
completely exposed. One, like at this point, it's just one leg and one arm keeping her like on the ledge.
Agatha is inside her own house, holding on to your other hand, saying, "What are you doing? Get back in here!"
It's like, no, lady,
Okay.
what are you doing?
And I'm like, Naomi, stay away. Don't reach out for my hand. You don't know what these things can do.
Yeah, so Lady Blackbird, what are you doing?
I'm going at this speed.
Still?
And then I'm reaching out my hand. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Snargle wouldn't shut up.
And
Not my fault.
explosion happens. It's this huge explosion near the mouth of the alley where the kegs of gunpowder were. Cyrus, you see people thrown off their feet, silhouetted against the explosion at the back. See people thrown off their feet, like things just erupting into a huge fireball. Everything is in chaos, basically. The shockwave reaches you. It makes you stumble a bit. It hits Lady Blackbird and Snargle in the air. What do you want to do?
I see where they're about to land.
At this point,
It is-
Lady Blackbird is already reaching out for Naomi's hand. They're like that close.
Oh,
I
okay.
just
And then
Then
the
I
blast wave
lunge
hits
forward.
us.
Yeah, and the blast wave hits. So what happens?
Oh, wow, okay. I lunge forward at the same time as like these two just crash into my arms. We both get pushed back into so we like fall backwards into Agatha, into the table. Table breaks into two, and we're right now lying in a pile amidst splinters.
Wait, so
Nice.
both me and Snargle are inside now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also hit my key, by the way, of the Guardian, so I'm just gonna say that.
At this point, we've already run a few seconds towards the house.
Mm-hmm.
It's safe to say that Kyle and Cyrus are inside already.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I put back my pistols inside and I check. I asked Naomi, "Is she all right?"
I'm fine too, thank you very much.
I-
Oh yeah, she's fine.
I'm good too, Captain.
I ignore the two of them and I look to Lady Blackbird and, "Are you all right?"
Yeah, I'm fine. Why do you ask? Are you interested
I
in
could
me?
I without a thought I just hug her like and like I feel that everything's okay, and then I realize the situation and like yes, okay, Agatha, we need to get out of here now. I know
Agatha
you have sorry.
is sprawled on the floor. She was behind Naomi when Lady Blackbird hit her, right? So she is again sprawled on the floor. Her table's splintered into two. She groans heavily. Oh, get off me! And she kind of like shoves you aside, Naomi.
Ah, I'm
Agatha.
sorry.
Agatha, I know your house has a secret tunnel to like the back doors of the buffs. Where is it?
What?
Phil is just having a meltdown in the corner. It's like, why are we back here? Oh God.
We have to get back to the ship and fly out here as soon as possible.
Yeah, I'm like, I go, wait, Captain, wait. We have to embrace the situation we're in. We might have a huge problem.
No, at this point, I'm pissed. I snatched Snargle by like the scruff of his neck, and I'm just like, "What did you do?" He's dangling off.
And I'm like,
Basically, I'm
like
aware.
dangling, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I just had a magical touch.
Okay, then I'm going to use my authority and shut everybody up and go, "Focus, guys. We have to get to the boat." And they're a boat? The ship.
The ship.
And you know what? The blue people are coming. So everybody shut up and think about where we're going to next.
I'll
And
just
then with that, I hit my key.
Good. I just want to explain that I know about this tunnel because the berths protrude out from a cliff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And so all the camera has been panning on so far is just the top. What we
Mhm.
have not been panning is below these decks.
Ooh.
And what
okay.
Cyrus knows is that on the cliff edge there are these networks of tunnels which people use to
Mhm.
like get around as well. So
Nice.
I am aware that Agatha, being an employee of like these control towers,
Mhm.
she would also have like a tunnel leading back to underneath the berths, which we can safely, hopefully, get to our berth, assuming that the men are not on deck, and then get back to our ship.
But the
Okay.
tunnel entrance wouldn't be in the residential area, right?
It would be nearish at the very least. And
Yeah.
that's why I'm asking
Maybe the
Agatha.
best.
I know there's a tunnel, but I don't know where it is. Could you lead us there?
Agatha looks at you and she says, Cyrus Vance. It's always you, isn't it? Trouble seems to follow you wherever you go.
Can't help myself.
She hauls herself to her feet. She stumbles a bit. She reaches out and puts her hand over Naomi's shoulder, kind of like keep herself upright. So she's basically, you have a not a fireman's carry, like a supporting. She's using you as support, Naomi. She says, "You're talking about the service tunnels. They're not here. They're the next building over. You trying to get
Okay,
back to your ship?"
Go ahead. I drop Snargle and like falls in a heap on the floor. I look at Lady Blackbird. I will deal with you later. And like I'm supporting Agatha. Like I put my arm around her waist to like just haul her up.
And I'm dusting myself off. I'm like, and I say, hey man, I bet Buddha never had to deal with this shit.
Okay, we have to go to the next building. That is fine. I will cover this entrance. Kyle and Snargle, make sure that they're safe and get into the sewage tunnel. I'll follow behind.
Service tunnel.
Service tunnel. So, yeah, switch tunnel. Service. Sorry, this accent is really getting in the way. Service tunnel. Now go. And I like keep watch at the front door while you guys like try to use a back entrance to get to the tunnel.
Hold on,
And I'm
Captain.
like, and I go, all right, Captain, I like it when you take charge. And I go whisper, and I'm like, so does Lady Blackbird.
hold,
like-
hold, hold on,
My
Captain.
gun like loops and like I will deal with you later too. And I point my guns out of the door as well. Sorry.
Wait, Captain. You don't have to stay. I can rig something together.
Ooh.
I start digging out spare parts from my jacket.
Okay.
And the parts that I gathered from the docking bay had a lot of gunpowder, gasoline, and there's a lot of strings and wires and stuff. And I begin just kind of putting it all over Agatha's house. And I want to set up like a trap that will, it's like a pressure plate that will set off an explosion and then a fire in the area.
It's not like Agatha lived there or anything.
I mean, she's coming with us now, isn't she?
Yeah, she's part of the crew now, and this place sucks.
With the amount of money that Lady Blackbird's gonna pay us, we can easily give a fraction of that to her to buy a mansion later.
Lady Blackbird looks at the ceiling.
Oh my god, you call this a
Yeah.
house?
Agatha is looking at you do this, and she says, "Kale, what are you doing? This is my house."
You're not going to be able. Okay, first of all, Prescott was the one who sent the bounty hunters after us.
Mhm.
If he finds out that you are aiding us, you're gonna be on chopping block next. I'm sorry, but you're not gonna be able to stay in Haven anymore. All right? None of us are gonna be able to come back. We just caused a massive explosion in the residential area, and he's just like sort of having a meltdown and a panic attack at the same time. And he's just like his hands are shaking, but he's setting up all these pressure plates and just like spilling gasoline everywhere. Look,
This is true, Cyrus.
maybe we can pass this off as you being dead. Your house is exploded. You're gone. Right? This is the best case scenario. I should have done this a long time ago.
I holster one of my guns. I turn to Agatha and I like pat her on the. I put my hand around her shoulder and like, trust me, we cannot stay here any longer. We could come back maybe once this blows over, but in the meantime, you are safe only with us. We will take you somewhere safer, and once we finish with this mission, you can come back.
So very quickly before he finishes setting up thing, I just reach I prop Agatha against the wall. 1 second, and I reach across and I take the photograph of the two of us and I put it in my pocket.
Oh, nice.
Nice,
I like
nice.
that. Oh, it's really good.
And then like I hoist her back up again and
Sorry,
just pretended
question.
that
Question:
Yes.
Does Agatha see you do that?
I don't know. Does Agatha
Yes,
see me do that?
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say when I put my hand around her shoulder, she is facing me, and as she's looking at me, assuring her to leave, she can see from behind me.
Mhm.
You like gently, like ever so carefully, trying to like peel the picture off without tearing it and like folding it away.
Okay.
And so she
I
sees
think
it
Agatha
behind.
would not. She probably would not mention it though.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
She won't-
I run to the hallway and I listen and I come back and I'm like, oh my god, guys, I can hear footsteps coming. We gotta go.
So the whole time everyone's been doing this, Kale has put together a mine basically out of all the spare parts he has, and he hits his new key, the key of the Tinkerer, that I took.
Ooh.
He
Okay.
has a history of making dangerous weapons, apparently. So he's gonna seal it off.
And then while
It's like it's a little like it's
sorry,
like the
after
Tom and Jerry mouse traps.
The mine.
and then as we're getting ready to go, I find a piece of scratch paper and I find a pen. And I just write a note that I'm gonna place on the door later. So,
Oh no!
are we gonna run yet? Are we running out of here? We gotta get out of here, guys.
Get out! And I'm like shouting at you guys to get out while I'm shooting out the window to like prevent them from like advancing too fast. So I'm still staying on top to delay time while making sure that you guys leave.
Sorry, I want to describe a couple of things before we keep going on. Cyrus, as you're talking to Agatha, you exactly as you say, you see her eyes go shift very quickly over your shoulder. You see them widen slightly, but then they shift back to you, and there's a grim determination in her eyes as you finish what you're saying to her, and she says, "All right, follow me. I need some help though." She kind of like beckons to all of you and says, "There's no back door. It's kind of port one. Go out the front."
Naomi, can you make a back door? Just break this wall open, and I'll put the mine at the entrance, and then we can all leave through the hole. All right, just do that.
Crazy,
All right.
we're 5 stories up.
We'll
Okay. Here, right? Lady Blackbird is going to exchange her 5 XPs to gain the blast. And then she goes like,
Okay.
everyone, get the fuck back.
It's like,
I
Wait,
see
where
her,
am I blasting again?
I see her hands are like glowing, like with charge, and I realize what's about to happen, and I say, I push everyone slowly, and I point to the window. I like, do it that way, please. Just
step on the mine.
Okay.
Don't step on the mine. Don't step on the mine.
Right,
Step in line.
and then the theme song, "Eye of the Tiger," starts playing.
We have rights to that song.
Da, da, da.
Like during the intro is just like the burning, dun, 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 and then as it goes to when the drum kicks in, then it's just blasting, and then it's just a straight blast, like Pikachu. What the?
Wow,
Yeah.
I love this. I love this.
Okay, so what exactly are you blasting? Sorry.
Wherever he told me to blast.
the wall.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Wall of them.
But we're 5 stories up, and we're blasting a hole through the wall to escape
have-
through the back.
Guys, we have Lady Blackbird. She's just wind powers. It's fine. I'm gonna
Yeah,
make,
we'll
I'm gonna
make the
make him
jump, it's
parachute.
fine.
I can fly.
Okay. Sure. The back wall of the apartment is blown open. There's a big hole, jagged from the blast. Cyrus, as you're at the door looking down, like at the little corridor, you know, like a HDB flat has a little corridor in front of me.
Yeah.
There's a railing, you can look down, right? You can see men and women in blue uniforms rushing into the place. They're looking around. You can hear someone shouting orders. Fan out, search! And you can see them kind of scatter. What do you want to do?
So, to get this straight, we have the mine at the entrance of the room, and then we have a hole through the other side of the room. So we can jump out through the hole to get to the other building. All right, we gotta make the jump, I guess. How big is the berth?
No, you're jumping out of the apartments to try and land in the street.
I like Xavier's idea. Like, are we? Did the blast? Maybe it's like connected. Like, we can jump to the roof of the other building, which is 4 stories tall.
Yeah,
Let's
sure.
do that.
So there's a shorter building afterwards,
Yep.
and I start tapping you guys and say, "Go, jump first," and I start shooting out the window. to
Yep.
distract the
And then while he's doing that, I'm like, yeah, you guys go. And then I gracefully jump from like spot to spot where there's no mines. I take out my gum. I put my note and I stick it on the outside of the door. And inside it, on the note says, "No smugglers here." And then
The door is
already
broken.
gone. And then
The
and I
door
run
is shattered.
Oh yeah,
Door
just
shattered. So you-
not on the outside of the door, just like on the wall.
on the door
outside.
frame. The door
Yeah,
frame.
the door frame. No smugglers here. And then I sign owl, crew of the owl.
With gritted teeth, I look to Snargle and like, "Are you out yet?"
I'm going, Captain. I'm going, Captain. Trust me, this is gonna really get him.
Well, everyone's trying to jump out of the ledge. I take something out of my pocket and I run to give it to Cyrus. It's Hedgie. And I'm like, "Here, you're gonna need this when you jump." I
Sure
say it with
thing.
concern, and then I run back.
Clearly, with like compared to how I spoke to Snargle just now with gritted teeth, now I it's very calm and like
Melts.
sure. Then I fire back.
Also, you're firing down at the police. Like
I'm firing down as they're like getting to the staircase to climb up to the 5th floor
okay.
to buy time while they are like jumping off to the 4-story building.
Okay, sure. I think. No, I don't think you may shoot this. Yeah, sure. You're not aiming to hit anyone, right? You're just
No. Just
covering
to keep
fire.
them away.
Covering fire.
okay. Sure. Who's jumping?
How
I grab-
how
I-
far is it? How far is it?
It's a narrow
Everyone's
alley.
jumping, right?
It's maybe a meter, but it's also 1 story lower, so it's another 2 meters down.
So no
That
big
makes sense?
deal.
Okay, Naomi like grabs Agatha like around the waist and like now because she's seen Lady Blackbird flying and she's just like she's gonna be
got
be
it.
fine. She's got it, and like just like leap across like with her. Like,
In your arms, Agatha is slightly freaking out. She's like, Naomi, what the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? Put me down. You know what? I'll make this jump. Naomi, and you jump, right? So okay, you make a check. I'd say this is difficulty. Let's say difficulty 4 because you're holding a struggling
Oh boy.
Agatha on your arms.
Boy.
Be careful.
why are you struggling?
She's
Oh,
freaked
man.
out. Your house is gonna explode. You blew a hole in the back wall. Then you're gonna jump across to another building.
I'm gonna be at the entrance, the hole by the side. I'll be the person kind of pushing everyone out, and every time someone jumps out, I'm casting jump on them. So I'm giving you a
Nice.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Nice. Because I guess my pit fighter trait comes into play because I have fast, hard, and fast and hard and combat tested. No, actually, wait. Sorry. I'm gonna try something else. Because I don't have any. I'm not a very agile person apparently. Okay, anyone, let's just do it. Pit fighter, combat tested, fast and hard.
Okay. It's 4
Which
plus
is
1 for
fun.
trying.
And 1 from Kale, so 6.
Yeah, 6.
And you have
The
pool
odds
dice.
are really bad.
You want to spend any of
You
your
have
own
pool
pool?
dice.
Yeah, I'm gonna use 2.
Okay, so that's 8.
Okay.
All right.
2
5.
successes.
Oh, 2. Oh no.
It's
Ooh. Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
I tap on Secret of Leadership and I give her a chance to reroll by shouting, "Don't jump that side! Make sure you use the rope!" And I point that there's actually like a roll of rope along the door.
You're just creating things now.
there's a hang glider too.
It's the only way I can use my secret, yeah.
No. As in, I think
You
make
just
up.
inspire
That's
her to
fine. Like
reroll.
make up things. Like no, this is a cooperative storytelling game.
Yeah,
like
go for it, go
tell
for it.
what you want.
Oh, yeah.
What do you
So-
think would be most exciting?
Like a fire hose.
Yeah, so basically there's like the I think it's like the blinds of the window as you blasted off that wall. The blinds
Oh,
like
yeah, the
are
blinds.
struded all over the place.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a makeshift blind, so it's actually like coarse rope. It's just about long enough, and because it's for the blinds. It's
Okay.
looped, so it's just nice. So I point out to Naomi, just use that and swing across. Don't
Go,
jump yet.
go.
And
Okay.
I continue firing, so she gets to reroll again.
You guys reroll the entire thing or
Nice.
reroll one die?
You can reroll.
The entire thing.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Wait,
Go ahead.
once
reroll.
per session, you can give someone else for to reroll a failed roll. So I assume that's everything.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I'm just like, can I add a dice to my pool now, or is this the same thing that I have to reroll?
I think you have to use the same. You just re-roll the dice that you rolled. So you re-roll the 8 dice that you rolled. Yeah.
4.
Just made it.
All right, there you go.
4, yeah.
oh,
Oh,
That could have been bad,
Roll
Captain.
you,
Good job.
Cyrus.
Good call.
You could hit.
The rope swings and it like one of the trends just snaps as you swing, but you make it over.
Yeah, like I have the momentum to just go like crashing onto the roof there.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm holding like, and I hold Agatha so that I'm the one rolling.
Nice. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
jump next.
Okay. Go ahead, Snargle.
Okay, so is it the same difficulty for me?
Yeah. No, I think it's 3 for you. You're
Okay.
not carrying anything. You don't have any load.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to use Goblin, Glide, Agile, Quick, I run fast, Tumbler, 5. So 5, 6,
Six.
and then I get 1 + 1 from...
And I'll hit you with a pool dice with a jump.
Thank you. So I'm rolling 7 dice. Here we go. All right, cool. 4. So yeah, I run back. I don't use the rope thing, and I just run up and I jump and I do a backflip, and then I gracefully backflip, and then when I hit the ground, I tumble forward like parkour style, and then I get up and I go like this, like an Olympic gymnast.
And I throw the cards.
Nice.
You hold up the cards.
Lady Blackbird.
is it my turn? So Kale's still doing something, right?
I'm sending everyone off by casting jump on them.
He's
so I can help
catapulting us.
everyone.
Okay,
Mhm.
I'm just like, Kale, like, get on my back. I can fly. Trust me, I can fly.
And I'm like, she can, fly. I just make air quotes.
Okay. Sorry, Captain. And I climb onto.
Go.
Okay,
I'm just
alright.
busy shooting the window.
And then I say, don't worry, he has Hedgie. And then Kale's on my back. And then, do I need to roll for this? Because I can fly.
I think this is a kind of like a natural ability. I'd say do a check, but at difficulty 2.
Okay,
Because you're not actually like jumping and trying to land, you're just hovering across and making sure that
okay.
Kale stays on your back.
Is he piggybacking you, by the way?
No, I'm piggybacking.
So you're
So he's
grabbing onto
dangling.
him. He's dangling
Clinging on.
underneath.
Yes.
That is the image I had as well.
How many dice do you
Oh
have?
my god, poor
I
Kale.
have... Okay, wait. So that Master Sorcerer fly... Does Stormblood count? I mean, it is like my
Yeah.
person, okay?
Yeah, you kind of like
And
using the
one
wind
for
to keep you
tiny,
aloft, right? So
tiny,
yeah,
With
I
the
would-
so-
wind.
4? Oh, wind 5. Okay. I'm gonna roll 5.
Okay, you just need 2.
Alright.
Yeah,
3.
Got a 3.
Nice.
Oh, yes. Okay. I fly with grace.
Kale, have you been at this height before?
Probably I do repairs on
Okay.
the ship sometimes, so I do hang off the ship. I'm okay.
So,
Okay.
so what do you look like right now, Kale?
I'm like Kale's like really lanky and maybe taller than Lady Blackbird. So it's just like it's like a backpack that is too large for Lady Blackbird. Like the head is on top of the head, the legs go past the legs. It's just really awkward. And like Kale doesn't really want to touch her, so the arms are just like elbows maybe.
And Snargle is just eating popcorn.
It's like Song Jio piggybacking like Li Guangsu at the back or something.
Alright, and then I yell across. I'm like, all right, Captain, we're all across. You're the last one. Let's go.
As they say that,
Mhm.
I while holding my guns, I tap on Secret of Warp Blood, and
Okay.
I teleport myself to the other building.
What?
The hell?
I flip my coat, and I turn up on the other side. I show up in the window, and I continue firing. And I turn to them and say, "Now we'll go down the stairs."
We're
Without
all shocked
acknowledging-
right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
without,
I'm
without
like-
explaining anything.
So
I'm
you're
gonna
all-
kill him.
What
Did
did
you know
I
you
give
can do
him
that? Did you
Hedgie
know you can do
for?
that?
I've never seen that. That's so awesome.
I'm just like,
go!
yeah.
Stop staring at me! And I'm
Sorry,
I'm
so
a little
just to
envious
clarify-
because I don't seem to have any useful skills.
Just to clarify, you're all on the roof of the adjacent building. It's a wide expanse. It's a wooden building. There's like a stairwell heading down. There's no visible like police or anything at this point, so Cyrus, you don't need to shoot. I think you've
Oh,
made it
okay.
across the other side. Yeah.
So in that case, I teleport behind the door. I open it and come. Let's get out of here now.
How did you do that?
Don't ask. Just come.
That was cool, Captain, and I run.
I
Give
know
me
it's
Hedgie
like
back.
retching underneath your arms. Naomi's like, oh, don't ever do that again. You all
Wait,
race
why-
to the stairwell
Mm-hmm.
and head down. As
I'm leading the way.
who's the last
I'll
person to
lead the
leave?
way.
I probably the captain, right?
To leave the roof?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still. I wait for them to go through the door, and I close
Yeah.
the door, and I.
And
follow them.
Snargle's
Okay.
is running point.
Just as you are closing the door to the stairwell, you hear a loud explosion, and you can see flames rip out of the hole that you all jumped through. And that you slam the door and make your way downstairs.
Ooh.
Okay.
We make it to the tunnel.
You make your way down to the building. Agatha points certain directions, heads out. There's a smaller kind of like outhouse kind of building, like a shed. She opens it. There is a little elevator, wooden pulley system where you can like winch yourself down into the depths.
Yeah.
You gonna power on?
Let's do that.
Okay.
Can we all fit in it?
Yeah. It's,
Oh, okay,
it's-
cool.
It's big enough.
All right.
Especially because
I get in first.
Yeah.
I go, come on, guys, let's go.
We all get in, and we're just awkward and quiet
Elevator
because a lot
music.
just happened,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
with the teleportation thing.
Yeah.
I don't notice them staring at me. I'm just like looking at the back of the cart. I'm looking at the back of the tunnel just to make sure that no one's following us.
There's subtle elevator music.
Yo, are we in an elevator kind of thing?
Yeah, it's like a hand cranked.
Someone has to
box.
crank it.
Yeah, someone's like
Oh right, so
winching yourself down.
And then while we're awkward, right? I'm just go, guys, some people call these things elevators and some people call them lifts. But I mean, these things go up and down, not just up. You guys ever think about that?
No, Snargle.
Oh.
Just like going.
just awkward silence as like you can hear the squeak, squeak, squeak,
Yeah.
squeak, squeak, squeak.
It's just a thought I had.
Captain, do we want to talk about what you just did?
Now's probably not a good time. I say as I clutch my stomach, because I can only the reason why I don't teleport all the time is because it causes effects to my body, so that's why I'm only limited to certain times. So I'm trying to hold back the pain, but like I will explain later. But now's
Yeah.
not a good time.
And then right at that moment, I go, Kat, did you ever think about wearing leather pants?
Snargle.
Just a question. It's a long
never-
lift ride.
You never change Snargle, do you?
Just wondering. I think it would suit you.
And then Lady Blackbird says, "Well, for what it's worth, I think what you did there was really cool, Cyrus." And then she
Like,
looks at me.
I maneuver myself so I'm behind Lady Blackbird, and I'm just like,
Popcorn.
and then popcorn.
In the darkness of this shaft, Cyrus is blushing,
Mhm.
but he just keeps quiet and like he continues reloading his pistols just in case. Thank
Heiji pokes his head out of your pocket, Cyrus.
Oh,
He looks nauseous, and there's a bit of like a.
yeah, exactly. I think Lady Blackbird collected.
Oh yeah, okay, so I guess Hiji's puking on me.
No, he doesn't puke. But he just goes like,
Ah.
oh.
Oh yeah, the gagging motion, right?
No. You're good, Hiji, you're good.
Crank,
Yeah.
crank.
And we're awkward for a little bit. And I'd be like,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe I'd call it an up and downer.
As the wooden box kind of like reaches the bottom of the shaft to the thunk, it's a little door you can like just swing open. Agatha says, "What have I gotten myself into?" You trying to get to your ship, Cyrus? Was it berth C63,
64.
64?
64. Yep.
Yeah, I asked for 5 berths over, but they wouldn't give it to us.
There isn't one, Snargle.
Should be.
We can pay for one once we finish this mission.
He,
Assuming the Lady Blackbird has more money than we probably have.
so it's a where you are now is in a long, very dark, dimly lit maintenance corridor. You can see pipes and wires kind of like strewn across one wall. On the other wall, as you walk past, you can see little smaller glowing lamps. They're not powered by electricity, but they're kind of like some bioluminescent thing at regular intervals along the corridor. So everything is cast in a very eerie green glow, and there are shadows everywhere. Along the way, you see, along the maintenance corridor, you can see some signs pointing like, oh, berths this way, exit that way, that kind of thing. It's a maintenance corridor. Agatha, as you're walking down this corridor, Agatha turns to you, Lady Blackbird. She says, "So, Lady Blackbird, it's an honor, for one, but what are you doing here? You have the entire empire looking for you."
And then I say, I am sick of being an empire's princess. I'm done with that. And I'm going to be reunited with my lover, Yuri Flint. And we're going to be pirates together. And we're going to wear leather pants together. And maybe we'll have pirate children. I don't know. But I don't want to be prim and proper anymore. I'm a strong, independent woman.
As you say the word pirate, Agatha's uninjured eye again widens in surprise, and she says, "You're gonna meet Uriah Flint? Pirate King? You insane? How are you ever gonna get there? It's all the way
with my team. With Captain and Snargle and Kale and Naomi. The best team I've got."
She eyeballs you, Cyrus, and says, "So this is what it was. Cyrus Vance."
I lift up my eyebrows to say, to acknowledge, like, yes, and we're figuring out as we go along.
So let's talk about your grandmother's house.
Sticks and stones. You know I had to lie, right?
All right. I'll help you. But only for my good friend Naomi.
Girlfriend.
She ignores that and she says, and she turns to your Lady Blackbird. She says, "Better buy me a new house when this is all over."
I like sneak over to her and say, "Oh, trust me, you can buy a new house." And I hand signal the amount which she's paying us, and it's such a long signal because there's so many digits that it takes a good 2-3 seconds to hand sign how much she's paying us.
You can rap. It's just in sign.
Yeah, it's like that's the amount she's paying us.
You can see her uninjured eye widen again. She kind of rubs it with her hand just to make sure that she's not seeing things, and says, Okay. Very nice new house then." At this point, you have reached kind of the end of it. You reach a kind of junction where you can see a lot of other corridors and doorways all leading up. There are little metal staircases that head up towards holes in the ceiling. And that's where they're spaced apart, and you can guess that these are where the maintenance berths, all the different docking bays are. What do you want to do?
Find berth 364.
Okay. Yeah, you head over to. It's clearly marked, painted on the wall. You head up. You put who's in front?
I think it'll be me and Agatha. Yeah.
Yes, to lead the way.
Naomi, you push open the door. You find yourself in the hangar, that bay area where you were, where the owl landed and docked. Very nearby. You come out from one of the nearby buildings. You can see the owl sitting there. Doesn't seem to be touched or molested in any way. You can see workmen coming back and forth, moving stuff around. One of them is pushing a big engine block towards the owl.
So they don't know. Do they not know about the hullabaloo outside then?
It has been some time, and nothing. I mean, the chaos has been brought further away from this area right now. So people have been going back to do their own thing.
All right. I go up to Kale. I go, I don't know, Kale, do you think we're going to have enough supplies to take off?
I did get some from the berth, but I used it all to kill all those people. But Agatha, you wouldn't know where the stack deck is landed, right?
The stack deck, do you know where it is?
Yeah, Agatha.
Deck. I'm not in charge of that berth. I'm only in charge of this one. Yours is the only ship I know came in today.
I hear the discussion and I turn around and say, I think even if we take off from Haven, I don't think we can bring Agatha all the way to the Remnant.
Mm.
So what I think we should do is we'll fly straight to Nightport, get the remaining supplies there, drop her off at a friend's house. Someone owes me a favor; she can bunk there.
Okay, I think we have enough. I think we have enough water to make it.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
So you just get on the ship.
Yeah, I run into the ship. I get into the cockpit, start pulling levers and switches to fire up.
Hear the engine crank and splutter into life. The workmen who are outside shout, "Hey, what are you doing?" And as your ship kind of like rises off and hovers away from the docking berth into the air, and what do you want to do?
As we're taking off, I look back where we took off, and I go, "Oh crap!" And I look at berth 365, and there's like a ship that has like cards on the tail. It's like a very cool. it's like a royal flush of cards.
Okay.
I'm like, there's the stack deck. Damn it! But it's too late now, guys. Let's go.
So close, but never mind.
That's the problem with kids these days. We never just look.
Wow.
Okay.
I gently placed Agatha in one of the seats and buckled her in. Then I just like go and collapse into one of the seats.
Mhm.
It's been a long day, emotionally.
It's actually big enough a ship to have like your own quarters. So yeah, I just designate like one room as like Agatha's resting area for.
Guest room.
Yeah, the guest room. Yeah, the guest room. No, that's not what I said. I said the rest. Sorry, the English language is not my first language.
Okay, fine. I put her there then.
Yep. And I go, all right, setting a course for Nightport. Here we go.
And
I am at the window
Mhm.
with Hedgie on my shoulder and watching us safely leave the place, but also thinking like, do I actually want to go to this next place?
Ooh, interesting. I like it.
Naomi has retired to her quarters to sulk, and
Okay.
she she has her own quarters, right? So like there's a bed, and she takes out the photo that she took, and she quietly like sticks it to the wall next to her bed.
Okay.
Nice.
I take Snargle to one of just a random room, and like sit down and like, you in the air with Lady Blackbird.
And I go, wait, I know what you're gonna say, Captain, but let me tell you something, man. She might be coming around on you, Captain. Let me tell you.
My head goes down and like, I hate to say this, but thank you.
Okay. So here I go.
Like, as much as I'm angry with him, I also know that he also had a part to play in like protecting her. So it's like,
Yeah. But I'm like, more importantly, Captain, here's what I found out for you. She likes a guy who takes control. And Captain, the way you really let us out of that apartment building, that HDB, that was really quite something.
What do you mean? I do not take control.
And
And
I'm
I
like,
puff out my back, trying my best to hide the pain from like teleporting just now. What do you mean I don't take control?
no, I said you do take control, which is great. And I go, seriously, leather pants, think about it. And then I walk out.
I look at my pants, which is still charred from because I fired my gun at the landing pad while it was in its holster. So there's like it's not torn, but there's like this very big gunpowder splash around it. I was
It's a
like,
bullet hole that you shot through your pants, right?
but it was in a leather holster, so I want to say like that
okay.
it like softened the impact.
Scorched.
There
Oh,
is
okay,
like
okay.
there's some cuts, but it's not like a patch of a hole with my flesh showing.
Okay.
It's just and I like maybe I do need new pants. This count as a refresher scene?
Yeah,
I haven't used any
Yay!
dice. But sure.
I'm at 1 dice, so I really need a refresher.
Kale is also just gonna go sulk in his room.
Okay.
Been a long day, huh?
As the owl is flying through the wild blue, Kale, you hear a knock on your door, and what do you want to do?
You do, yeah.
I open the door.
Okay. Standing outside, still clutching her injured arm, is Agatha, and she looks at you, and you're quite a number in my house. What was the thing you did? You put together a improvised Molotov cocktail or something?
I made a splinter mine.
Yeah. Okay, from one mechanic to another. Gotta teach me that sometime.
It's not a good thing to learn, and you don't want to know why I learned to make it anyway.
Fair enough, but maybe not that, but maybe you have some other things you can teach me?
Yeah, maybe some other time. Kale's not interested in having a conversation right now.
Okay, you take care. Kind of limps away from your door. Okay, does anyone want to do anything else?
No, I think it's a pretty perfect place to leave it.
Yeah, I think this is a really great place to
Yeah.
end today's
So
episode.
happy.
The camera is zooming out as the ship is just flying out.
Yeah, it's
To
like
his
sailing off.
Nightport.
As you pan down, you can see Nightport. There's a huge column of smoke coming out from one of the areas. You can see people running, scrambling around. Like there's like big wagons of water kind of extinguish the fire, and you can see the owl sailing off into the distance. Yeah, well, that's where we're gonna end today. Yeah, thanks everyone.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks for
really
watching,
great.
everybody, again on Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really great. Sorry, I couldn't. There wasn't enough lead time to do a lot of suggestions from the audience this session. I was trying to keep 2 steps ahead of what the character is doing, but they kept going in places that I didn't expect them to go. And so it was very hard for me to like, okay, tell me the name of something, but they didn't go there. But never mind.
I could also see
Like,
that
I
you
can't-
also like balancing between DMing and like playing Agatha. So I
Yeah,
realized
the one eye was so consistent.
I tried.
Yeah.
Commit to your character, you know.
Oh, sorry,
Miguel
Miguel,
was
I
really
interrupted.
throwing a wrench into your world building. It's just like, and then just as we were about to jump through the window, there was a jetpack placed.
Poof.
No. But this is really great. Like I think that it's the thing about this game is that it's not like me dictating everything that happens. Like I put some obstacles in your path, but you as players also have a lot of freedom to tell the story and add to it as much as you want or as little as you want. It's about you trying to see what would be a good story rather than what would make my character cool or to that effect, right? If you want to make a character cool, that's fine, but maybe some things they have to fail so they can rise up again later. You know?
Yeah, for example, I'm looking forward to the Kale, Naomi, Agatha love triangle. I got to see
Where did
that.
that come from?
Whoa.
Oh man, if Snargle overheard that
Ooh.
conversation.
Quite a few love triangles going on now, I think.
I think Naomi and Kale can become really good friends at some point. Like,
We have a lot in
super
common, surprisingly.
Yeah.
friends. I mean, yes, like in that way, yes.
Yes.
But in terms
They are
of
attached to like
substances-
very frustrating teams, and they can figure things out as the rest of the
They have
team
real,
do weird shit.
Really have like loner energy, but saves the group like so many times. It's great. All
Yeah.
right.
I thought it was a really cool session. I really liked the personal moments that each of y'all had, like across like with each other of like the non-player characters. I'm very excited to see where these characters go next. I'm very invested now. I
Me
actually
too.
want to see where this goes.
Me too.
Yeah, the poster with Agatha and Naomi. Mwah. Such a beautiful detail.
What a beautiful offer.
Everyone just leaning into it.
Oh, so good.
Oh.
So good.
Cry.
Oh, so good. So fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, man. I guess we gotta wait till next week, though.
Mhm.
Or whenever
That's our
We're going to
episode for
night.
today.
The next
We're going to
episode.
night episode.
Thanks everyone for watching. Thank you all on Twitch for supporting the stream. Is there anything else needs to be said, Miguel?
No, this improv company is going to resume at studio activities in the coming weeks. So
Woohoo!
if you want to find out the latest details, go to improv.sg. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, yada, yada, yada. And we look forward to seeing everyone back at our studio at 62B Southbridge Road.
Woo!
Oh my god.
All right.
Oh, yes.
Hi,
All right.
Twitch.
So thanks everyone. We'll see you again. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.